Alright, BioShock 2 drill run. Now, I'm going to be doing things a little differently this time. Last time I did the run and then edited it and made a commentary. This time I am recording the commentary live. I'm going to go into options quick and make sure everything's the way I want it. Probably don't need that. Don't need that, probably. I'll check that out later. I don't know. Alright, ready, set, go. Now the thing last time, since the audio commentary was recorded afterwards, it had a very scripted feel. It was very bland. It was very much me just saying, oh hey, I'm going here now, I'm going to do this, here's the trick I'm using now. And, you know, it served its purpose, but the people that knew me were like, yeah, it's cool, but, you know, it's not you. It's not, you know, it's not wacky like you are. I guess I'm wacky. So this time I am recording it live because there will be some level of spontaneity to it all, and so that's what's going on here. So, you know, hopefully it'll turn out better. I'm still gonna edit stuff out. I'm gonna edit out whenever I die. I'm gonna edit out. I'm not gonna edit out hacking because they changed that. Also, fun fact: all of 2K's games have key codes, and they all start with 0451. So this one kind of does that, except to mix things up, they reversed it, but it's written on the other side of a window, so it still looks like 0451. Anyway, just a little fun fact there. So why am I running BioShock 2? Is it because it's my new favorite game of all time? The answer is no, it's really not. It's not really as good as the first one. I'll go to that in a second. It's the main reason I'm running it this time is because, you know, it's people have been expecting it of me. There certainly is a lot of fun stuff you can do if you want to just do a drill run. And so it's not a horrible game, but it's not as good as the first one for a few reasons. One thing is that video games have a lot of various aspects to them. There's graphics, there's gameplay, there's story, there's all that stuff. First you had books, and that was dealing only with story. I mean, hopefully you can hear me over Delta screaming in pain there. But first you have books, and that's story only. And then you have movies. They evolved into movies, and now that has the visual aspect. And now you have games, which is a whole new medium, and I think it's a misunderstood medium, where you add gameplay in as well. And most of the people that decry video games, by the way, there's the doll she dropped in that little cutscene. I think that's some nice attention to detail. Most people that decry video games, like Ebert, I usually like Ebert. He's an amazing writer, and he always justifies his opinions, even if I disagree with him. But lately he's slipping, and part of that is because of the whole video games can't be art thing. They can. And they don't realize that a gameplay is very much a factor into it. How fun is the game? How well is it? The gameplay implemented into the storyline, just a bunch of stuff like that. So, oh, I missed Electro Bolt again. Look at that. God damn it. Alright, here we go. We're serious now. I'm gonna run back and get another E-Pipe just to kill time mostly. Anyway, because video games are comprised of so many different elements, there's also the factor that you have to grade each one separately, and that makes reviewing video games a really weird process. Because, you know, if a video game doesn't have a great story, it's not the end of the world. Take, like, Resident Evil 4 was an amazing game. And, you know, the story wasn't as horrible as most of the other games in that series, but it's not as good as, say, BioShock or Mass Effect or... Yeah, that's right, I missed the first guy with Electro Bolt, so he's back up here. Anyway, again, you have to grade things individually. And, you know, story isn't quite as important. It's still pretty important. And... Really, I searched both of them? Oh. Then you grade, you know, graphics are really too big of a deal. So much bigger of a deal than they should be nowadays. Oh, I want my graphics. You know, I'd rather have a game that's fun to play. And then there's finally gameplay. Now, gameplay in BioShock 2, it is an improvement by a lot. Or not a lot, but it's enough to be rather notable. And, that. But the story just isn't anywhere near as good as it was in the first one. And like I said, what did I miss? Usually there's a Big Daddy riveting this, and it's kind of cool. Anyway, usually story isn't as big of a deal because they're video games, and really gameplay is the most important part. But when story is such a big part of the game, like in the first BioShock, and then the next game just sort of skips all that, then it's rather disappointing. And, you know, I think what happened is, after the first BioShock, 2K split into two companies, and only one of those worked on this. And you can definitely tell there are moments of sheer brilliance in the narrative, but then the rest is, you know, sort of not there. By the way, I don't like this. I don't like how you have to pick up the rivet gun. But anyway, I'm going to save it quick now. I'll probably edit it out because I'm a save one. You don't want to watch the save screen the whole time, so I'll just try to not talk during those parts.